In today's landscape of technological and social transformation, the challenge for the education sector has never been greater: to produce a next generation ready to tackle complexity, diversity, and change. Ivy League college Dartmouth says a liberal arts curriculum has never been more relevant to create the necessary communication skills and lateral thinking required for the 21st century. I'm Andrew Wilson, and I'm here in Davos to speak to Dartmouth President Philip Hanlon. Phil, thanks very much indeed for joining us. First of all, slightly cheeky question: how is the world of higher education these days?
Well, I think the value proposition of higher education, both for students and for society and the global economy, has never been more compelling, to be honest. What is the promise of higher education? For students, it's a transformed quality of mind, keen analytic skills, having a commitment to explore every question with an open mind. In addition, curiosity and creativity, being able to ask the right questions, being able to innovate and create ideas and put them out there for people to take pot shots at. So that's for the students. But for the global economy, it's to create a workforce that unleashes those reasoning skills on the world's greatest problems, and ethical leadership, and all the things that go with a citizen leader class.
And in the case of Dartmouth College, it's your 250th anniversary, so you're on something of a world tour at the moment.
We are. Dartmouth is still a dynamic place, even at that age. We are the smallest member of the Ivy League, but I believe we're distinctive in certain ways. We have a firm commitment to the teacher-scholar model. We expect our faculty to be totally committed to the student learning experience, including undergraduates. We have an unwavering commitment to the liberal arts. We believe that's the best preparation for the volatile world our students will enter. We have a profound sense of place. So Dartmouth, like Davos, you don't happen there on the way to someplace else. You go there with a sense of purpose, the purpose to enter this amazing academic community. And like Davos, it's in a remarkably beautiful part of the world.
You've already talked a little bit about the benefits of that questioning mind, the joy of learning, the lateral thinking, but what are the benefits of that liberal arts education in terms of the student experience? What do they get from coming to somewhere like Dartmouth?
So they, first of all, have broad exposure to knowledge. So they study many, many subjects. They don't focus on one area. They do a deep dive in at least one subject area. Most importantly, what they get is a set of generally applicable lifetime intellectual skills. Being able to think critically, being able to engage the arts and humanities, a well-developed creative mind, being able to work across difference, things that aren't applicable to a single job, but to every job and every experience they'll have in life.
The other influence that comes into that educational factor, of course, is the parents, the ones who are paying for it, right, more often than not. They want some sort of return from the education, ambitions for their children. That often leads them away from liberal arts because they're not sure it guarantees them a kind of vocational return.
The data is crystal clear on the advantage of a bachelor's degree, $78,000 annual earning versus $45,000 for those with only a high school degree. The Mellon Foundation, they've done interesting work as well. And one thing they've discovered is that if you look at degrees in the arts and humanities, long-term they have the same earning as those in the STEM fields.
So what do you say to a family out there casting around for what's the next best step for their teenager in their lives?
Go to Dartmouth. That's what I say to them. No, Dartmouth is truly a unique place. It's a place where our undergraduates will not only get a stellar classroom experience, but they'll get active learning and experiential learning through undergraduate research, study abroad, athletics, entrepreneurial activities, service learning, with our arts and sciences faculty and our professional school faculty that really will change their minds in ways they cannot even imagine.
And what about that difficult subject of the business model? What are the numbers looking like for the education establishments in the 21st century?
Yeah, I think that they're tough. Those who have strong endowments, like Dartmouth, they're helped by that. But it's no doubt the case that a residential higher education model is extremely expensive. So you're not only trying to pay for an outstanding education, you're trying to house students and feed them and provide them health care, and make sure that all of your buildings stay up to date.
The other thing that's changed a lot since education was preparing people for one kind of career just 30, 40 years ago, now youngsters today can completely expect 5 or 6 different careers in their lifetimes. That must be a challenge for the educational field.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons we're committed to the liberal arts, because the kinds of quality of mind aspects I was just describing, they apply no matter what direction your career takes. And so we believe they are the best preparation for the volatile world our students will enter.
Does that imply that the liberal arts provides some kind of a basis from which a student can then go on to specialize in a particular career, like medicine or economics?
Yes, it establishes the foundational intellectual skills. And from there, no matter where you specialize, you're always going to have to be able to communicate powerfully to people. You're always going to have to be able to work across difference, especially in this global economy. So yeah, we are setting the foundation from which you can go any direction you want.
Alongside that 4-year liberal arts curriculum that the students go through, what are the deeper benefits of an establishment like Dartmouth?
So Dartmouth is a unique fusion of a outstanding liberal arts college and a research university. Dartmouth has a medical school, an engineering college, a business school, all very highly ranked, along with a graduate school which houses our PhD programs. And I think what makes Dartmouth unique is its commitment to both, and our expectation that undergraduates will be deeply involved in the research enterprise. Dartmouth, like all great research universities, it's a convener. It convenes across disciplines, across generations, and brings together the intellectual horsepower to take on some of the world's most outstanding and crucial issues.
By and large, do you think we should be optimistic about the future, that we're going to continue to figure out through colleges like Dartmouth how to produce individuals that will thrive in a really challenging and changing world?
Yeah, we should be totally optimistic, because the kinds of intellectual skills that I was discussing earlier are so important to success in today's world, not just for the individual, but for society and the global economy.
Phil, thanks very much indeed. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.